And welcome on in to another episode of Getting Well Libertarian Friends. I'm Terry, that's Bryant, and we are ready to break down some baseball and NBA playoffs here that we have tonight. 10 games today. I picked 5. Pretty good games actually today, surprising. I was able to find lots of things that I liked. So we'll jump right into the first game here. Atlanta Braves minus 150 are headed to Washington plus 130, a total of 10 in this one. Last year, Atlanta was 8-1 in their 9 trips to Washington. Anderson is 2-0 in his last 3 starts, but he's given up 20 hits and 11 earned runs in those 3 games. Josiah Gray has also gone 2-0 in his last 3 games, but has only allowed 11 hits and 2 earned runs in those 3 games. So for some reason, Josiah Gray has been pitching really well as of late. So I do have to give the pitching advantage here to Washington. And I wouldn't be surprised if Washington somehow steals the first 5. But this Atlanta team is hot right now, and I think when it comes to the final end of the game, they will come back. So my advice in this game is to bet it live. I think you'll be able to get a pretty good price on Atlanta live during the game, and then once we go to the bullpens, I do think that the Braves will win. So I'll be looking for Atlanta to possibly be down a run or 2 and get them at plus money, and then I'll be betting them then. Bryant, Braves and Nationals, what do you think of this one?
Yeah, I'll keep it pretty short and sweet here. While Josiah Gray has pitched and performed well over the last few starts, ultimately he's still just 2-4 at home this year, and that speaks to me. He has an ERA over 7 at home as well, and the Braves are just coming in swinging hot bats. I think they've hit 22 home runs this month alone. They're cooking. Ian Anderson has pitched in DC once before. He threw like 7 innings, 9 Ks. Did well. So he's had some good success here at this place, and I like for it to continue. And I think we're getting a really good price for the Braves, just honestly based off the fact that they've won 11 straight games, and you're getting basically minus 150, minus 160. Some places you're getting minus like 140 even for this game. And so for me, it's a fairly easy call. I could definitely see the Nats possibly maybe getting like an early like one or 2 run lead. But I think the Braves are just so hot right now that they can erase that in a heartbeat. They did it last week against the Athletics, and they went like 5 runs in the bottom of the 5th to cash my F5 run line play. And I just think that's kind of where they're at. But I got the Braves money line at minus 150. I'm also going to double up and take the Braves F5 run line at minus a half at minus 110. Those are going to be my official plays in this game. And the Braves money line is also part of my best bet. So that should tell you how much I am in support of the Braves tonight.
All right. Hey, I wish you all the luck. I'm having a major deja vu moment right now. I just had major deja vu in that whole moment. I'm sorry, but that was just really weird. We'll go on to the second game here. Still, I'm having major deja vu in this moment. It's weird. I feel like this has happened before. But Miami plus 110 are in Philly minus 130, a total of 7.5 here. I really like this game. I gave Miami as my dog of the day yesterday. Sadly, it didn't come through. They tried there a little late, but they failed to come through. Today, I love the Marlins here. Philly has went 5-4 at home against Miami last year. Alcantara has gone 4-0 in his last 6 games. He's gone at least 7 innings in all 6 games and allowing 3 earned runs total. 3 earned runs total in his last 6 games. That is just amazing numbers right now. Aaron Nola on the other side, he's won his last 3 starts as well. But he's allowing 4+ runs in one game, 2 or less in the next. He's kind of going back and forth, either pitching really well, not pitching so well. And he is coming off a 8-inning, 4 hits, no earned run win. So if he keeps up his zigzag theory, then he will probably give up some runs in this game. I just like Miami first 5. I got them Miami first 5 plus a half at -124. That's a crazy price to get Alcantara and get the Marlins at plus a half. I want to talk anybody off the money line. What I did is I took the Miami Marlins full game money line and I got it at plus 118. I think this is a great spot for the Marlins. I get it. The Phillies have been hot. So are the Marlins. And I think the Phillies will lose this game tonight. Bryant, Marlins and Phillies. I know Alcantara has made both of us money this year. Do you think he's going to do it tonight? Are you muted?
Oops, sorry.
No worries.
Yes, I do. I do think he's going to make us some money. I'm bullish on taking it full game, but you are able to get plus money on a couple different plays that I really like. I'm going to take them. I think the F5 is almost a lock to me. It's as close as a thing to a lock tonight, outside of maybe the Blue Jays winning as well. But the way he's pitched, he's alone the reason why I have no problems. I didn't even think twice about it. I saw it and I went automatically Marlins F5 plus a half. It was at -135 and I got it, which I think is tremendous value considering he's the better pitcher in this matchup. The Phillies lost yesterday after an extended winning streak. It's not going to get any better because they're facing a guy who might be the NL All-Star Game starter. And I like this Marlins team. That meeting, I agree. But in this instance, I think that there's a lot of value in the fact that he's just that dominant right now. And I think that he has the recipe and the pitch repertoire to slow down these Philly bats. So I've got the Marlins, like I said, at the F5 plus a half. And then one last play. I'm still on the fence. I might just sprinkle a little bit on the full game money line at plus 108. But Sandy's got some pretty gaudy and nice strikeout numbers. So I was perplexed, absolutely perplexed, to see him his strikeout prop at over 6.5 Ks at plus 122. I am going to hammer that. That is something that I am definitely on. And so with that being said, I've got those 2 plays. And like I said, I'm going to lean towards the Marlins money line, but I definitely like them to either be tied or winning after 5 innings. So that and that K prop are 2 things that I'm very interested to watch tonight. So those are my plays. And ultimately, I think the Marlins get it done. And if they don't, I think that the plus a half is a great fallback option as well. I don't think he's going to get lit up. And if he does, if he leaves the game in the 7th inning, it's largely because it's probably a close game or they're winning. So, yeah.
All right. I like it. Occupancy, welcome in. We talked Atlanta, Washington, and now Miami and Philly. I know you backed Ozzie Gray previously. Are you backing him today?
Hey Terry, yeah, thanks for having me on the show. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, you're good.
Right on, right on. Um, yeah, that game, I typically just bet Washington money line if Josiah Gray is pitching. Um, it's not really like on the top of my list though against Atlanta in this spot. Just Atlanta is playing good baseball, so I'm not really actually looking that way on the card today. I usually do, but not sure about this one today. But this matchup you guys are talking about, I really like it a lot. Just checking a couple of projections. I'm seeing a really low total for runs. If you bet under 7.5 for Alcantara, you would have went 4 for 4. But then if you had done that for Aaron Nola, you'd actually only gone 1 for 3. So the way I'm going to approach this game, I already bet Miami on the money line, and then I'm going to see what the team total under 4 opens up at for Philly. Right now it's minus 160, and that's like a tiny bit juicy. What's up, Richie P? How's it going? So yeah, but the under 7.5. I can't talk anyone off. I just think we could see an old fashioned pitcher's duel. But this would be a good game to watch. I'm excited for it.
For sure, I agree. Cabano asks, where are those parlays? I didn't do very many today. I kind of decided to kind of slow down there. Don't want to go too crazy with the parlays, but I do have one that I'll give out at the end of the show, and then a kind of another one that I'm looking at. But we'll get to that here in a bit. The next game, obviously, we're going to be talking about this one. Baltimore plus 240 is headed to Toronto minus 300, a total of 8.5 in this one. The Jays are minus 300, but there's a very good reason for that. Alek Manoah, I don't think anybody could have expected him to be as good as good as he has been since he came into the league last year. The Blue Jays went 8-2 in Toronto last year against Baltimore. They scored 5+ runs in in 9 of the 10 games, and 6+ runs in 6 of the 10. Manoah's 7-1 in the year this year with a 1.81 ERA. He has not allowed more than 7 hits in a game, and he hasn't allowed more than 3 earned runs in a game. Bradish on the other side, he's given up a home run in every single game he's appeared in this year. He hasn't allowed less than 2 runs in a game that he's appeared in, and it usually goes around 4 innings. So if he makes it 4 innings, that'll be a good start for him here against the Blue Jays. I tackled this one a little bit differently, obviously, than normal. I took the Blue Jays first 5 minus 1.5 plus 100. Back on the Jays team total over 5.5 plus 105, and Toronto minus 2.5 plus 112. There's 3+ money plays. I do not expect this game to be close whatsoever. Baltimore, a scrappy team, but I've been mentioning that I've been waiting for the Blue Jays to get to face them this year, and it's finally come. I think Toronto went 8-2 at home against Baltimore last year. I think it's another 8-2, or maybe 9-1 against them this year. I think the Jays are going to do very well, and it starts tonight. Bryant, what do you think here? Orioles and Blue Jays. You're muted.
I keep forgetting that.
No worries.
One bit of information that just came through right now. Anthony Santander, a key part of the Orioles offense, he is not playing tonight. So he's on a restricted list, which means he's probably not vaccinated. So he will not be playing in this series. That's a big bat for the Orioles. So even more of a reason to back the Jays at home. I'm going to keep it simple. It's the run line here. and we're going to go with the Jays team total over 5.5. Those are my two plays. I expect there's going to be some runs, largely due to the fact that I think that the Jays are going to light up Bradish. I hope at least. But I also think that push comes to shove, the Jays will find a way to win on the run line, win by 2. And I think there's also value maybe when you bumping it up to -2.5. Some of these teams right now are doing that. I know, like with the Yanks, depending on who they're playing, like I much prefer looking at that now than just a simple, -1.5. When they're playing a team that they're definitely outclassing in all facets of the ball game. So I'm going to start looking like that with the Jays as they continue to pick up steam and other teams as well. So that may be something to look at for everyone else. But as for right now, tonight, we'll play it simple. We'll just go with the regular run line, and we're going to go with the Jays team total over 5.5.
All right. I like it. Occupancy, Orioles, Blue Jays. What do you think here?
Yeah, guys. Look, I'm on the same side as you. I'm really trying to dig into this total here. I got projections yelling over for Baltimore, but actually under for Toronto. So it's kind of like, can Baltimore carry the load and help out with that over? I think so. I stayed off it for now, but I lean towards the over, and I'm hoping that one will make my card. If Manoah's going to pitch a gem or just have a regular outing in his last couple starts. He let up no runs his last outing, 3 in the one before that, 3 in the one before that, 1 in before that. So, he's not just a pitching machine, not letting up anything. He's still getting out of jams. I remember that one in Kansas City. Actually, I think he left. I think bases loaded in the first. I think he got out of. There was something. He's a good pitcher. He's a guy. I definitely like to turn on the game when he's in. So that's a good game there. I'm gonna try to get on the over. I really am. Maybe wait for a scoreless, first 2 innings and then go in. But I think Baltimore can knock in a few. So we'll see. Yeah.
All right. We'll move on along to the next one here. Pittsburgh plus 165 is headed to St. Louis minus 185. A total of 9 in this one. Pittsburgh actually went 5-4 in their 9 trips to St. Louis last year. The Cardinals are 2-1 against Pittsburgh this year. In St. Louis this year, but St. Louis is 5-1 against Pittsburgh on the year. If you look at the pitching stats, if you just look at the matchup here, and you see Keller against Thompson, obviously Mitch Keller has not pitched well on the year, but his last 4 games, he's given up 5 earned runs total in those 4 games. He's pitched really well as of late. The Cardinals are much better against lefties in this game. Against lefties. Thompson has played 1 game this year. He went 4 innings, allowed 1 earned run, 1 walk. St. Louis is 22nd in OPS in June. Pittsburgh is 28th. So neither of these teams are hitting all that well. And both pitchers have pitched pretty well as of late, and it's a total of 9. So what I did is I took the first 5 under 5 minus 105. I think surprisingly, I'm relying on Mitch Keller to continue pitching well. And I think it's a close, low-scoring first half of the game. And then when the bullpens come in, who knows? But I like the first 5 under 5 in this one. Bryant, Pirates and Cardinals, what do you think here?
Yeah, I am sneaky liking this game for much of the reasons you said, largely due to Mitch Keller. He's pitching pretty well. He was one of those very hyped prospects when they drafted him. He's in that same mold of, Tyler Glasnow, Jameson Taillon, Garrett Cole, all these Pirates pitching prospects that have, that struggled. They had some success here and there. They struggled though largely in that franchise, and then they went elsewhere and they became stars, and they're now key pieces of rotations and stuff like that. So I think that they're hoping Mitch Keller's kind of figuring things out, and with the way he's been pitching, man, he doesn't rely on his fastball as much anymore. He's throwing a sinker. It's got excellent movement to it. Has like a negative run value as well right now, which is very big. I like the way he's pitching, and I like the fact that the Pirates are going up against someone who's not that seasoned as well. And I think because of that, it gives a lot of value to the fact that you could say that Pittsburgh is in a better spot here with the fact that they have a guy that's had seen and just went through many more at-bats and battled against major league hitters a lot more. So with that being said, I'm going to take the Pittsburgh run line F5 at plus a half. It's minus 110. I'm also going to go and take it a step further. I'm going to ladder that for extra security, just because I think this is maybe a situation where they're undervaluing the hell out of Pittsburgh because they're playing at Busch and against the Cardinals. I like Pittsburgh's run line F5 as well at plus 1 at minus 130. So I'm going to double up on both of those, and I am going to outright take the Pittsburgh Cards F5 under 5 as well. I think it's just a good spot here. The Pirates are light hitting right now. The Cardinals kind of sort of as well. They're not mashing the ball like they once were. And the biggest thing here is I just like Mitch Keller to shut things down. And that's pretty much where I'm going to draw my line at in the sand, and those are my plays.
All right, yeah, I pretty much totally agree. Markel says, I don't like how people are betting on the Nats on staying off. Like I said, it's probably because of Josiah Gray, but I think it'll be a good live betting spot if Washington is up, as long as they don't like completely smash them like 7-2 or something. I think the Braves will be able to come back. Cubano says, "Did I write Philip Johansson a farewell card?" People probably wondering what. That's a Wild prospect that the Wild chose not to sign. And no, I didn't write him a farewell card. That was a mistake, draft pick, and the Wild will get a second round pick for not signing him. So it's all worth it. It's all good. Occupancy, Pirates, Cardinals. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, let's just say if Brian's narrative goes the way he was looking at it, we're all going to make a lot of money. Pittsburgh, they put up fight with Atlanta, just really couldn't get done. But they were competitive at least. And then, oh man, I watched a lot of the St. Louis series over the weekend too, and just some missed chances and there's a couple of base running muff, just really like kind of ticky tack things that I guess over time add up, and then you lose 2 out of 3 to the Reds. But with all that said, I have a game plan for this one. It doesn't involve any pregame bets, but the projections are telling me we can get at least 6 runs total. So if it's a slow start, both these teams have been pretty profitable if you live bet them in game over like a 4.5, 5.5. Didn't work out for me Friday night, but it worked out the next 2 days with St. Louis, scoring 9 or 13 total for their last 2 out there with the Reds. So that's just how I'm going to attack this one. I definitely lean over if you want to take the risk before the game. I think we'll see some runs, even though it's still Pittsburgh. They have some offensive struggles, but they actually they rank pretty well with getting over for the full game. Just like that's not quite the 9, but like closer to your 6s and 7s. So I like us to get What's up, Jay Shank? How you guys doing? What's up, man? Miss you too. Yeah, so let's try to get an over in game. And then, yeah.
I like it. We'll move on to the fifth game I chose before we get to last pitch, and then, of course, the basketball game, and then best bets. The Padres minus 130 are heading to Chicago plus 110, a total of 9 in this one. The Cubs have had success against the Padres, 3-0 at home against San Diego last year, 8-10, 8-2 in the last 10 games versus San Diego, including 2-1 this year. Darvish on the road, he's 2-2 with a 5.82 ERA. Steele 1-3 at home with a 3.69 ERA. The Cubs have not been playing well, but obviously running into the Yankees, you're not going to really expect too much from them there. But now they're coming home here against a Padres team that's not really playing the best right now either. I'm taking the over 9. I expect runs to be scored by both teams. I really do think we'll definitely see some runs from the Cubs. I was looking at their team total, 3.5, but I didn't really like the price on it. So I took the over 9 full game. I think we'll get runs in this one. Darvish will probably be motivated against his former team, but motivated doesn't always mean he's going to pitch well. And he has not pitched very well on the road. So if anything, I would lean to the Cubs as an underdog, but I'll just take the over 9 in this one. Bryant, Padres and Cubs, what do you think here?
Yeah, I agree, man. I was looking at this game. I was like, okay, why are the Padres minus 135? My suggestion, Cubano, in regards to this, I would probably take the Marlins, maybe parlay, like I said, with Sandy's 6.5 Ks. Something like that, a little same game action. Because I feel like if the Marlins win, it's because Sandy pitched well. I don't think they win a game where they have to go 10 runs against 11 runs. Something they'd have to outswing the Phillies. It's just not happening. So if you're going to do something like that, maybe get a same game parlay going with some sort of like pitching prop with Sandy there. Or you can parlay with like the Giants, because I think that they're going to handle the Royals later tonight. That's my suggestion personally. But as far as this Cubs-Padres game, I was confused, but then I looked and I saw Darvish on the road, and he's the Darvish that everyone loves to fade. And it's also the same Darvish that you're like, dude, how do you look so good at home? And then when I take you on the road, you look like this. So it's a weird spot. But with that being said, I do lean and believe that the Padres win this game. I think they're just the more talented team. But I think that there's more value, and the real play in this game is also on the over. I like the over 9. And most importantly, I like this over 5 or over 4.5 in the first 5. It's minus 125 on my book. I'm hammering that. Justin Steele is pretty solid. He actually has a higher or a lower expected ERA than Yu Darvish. But I think you get one bad team where the energy is just bad right now in the Cubs. You get a struggling team that's got some talent and a pitcher that struggles on the road. I think it makes for the over 4.5 to be a great play here. So that's personally where I'm going to go.
All right. I like it. Markel says under 9 in the Stros game. We won't really get to that one. It'll be the last pitch if anybody has anything. I appreciate all input. Been watching the show since the first pitch of the season. Bell baseball hard after just retired. I've seen his first and last bat. Getting back into it though. Yeah, baseball is great. DK same game parlay, Marlins money line, and Sandy 5+ Ks is plus 130. Marlins and Sandy 6+ is plus 170. That's pretty good. I'm sure, Brian, you probably like both those, right?
Yeah, I like both of them. I would honestly, personally, if I was able to use DraftKings, I would probably double up on both. If that's something that you felt comfortable about, like that would be my only like dog play of the day. But I think again, if the Marlins are going to win this game, it's got to be because Sandy went out there and shut down the Phillies. It's not going to be because they went and scored 10 runs and the Phillies scored 10 runs.
Can't believe iPhone's a cheater. Shame on your phone. Shame on it. Occupancy, Padres and Cubs. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, I think this game's a trap. I don't really like betting games that have had like over 20 total runs in the last outing. I don't know. It rubs me the wrong way to try to get back in after, are they gonna keep that up? Are they gonna come back strong? Like, I don't know. Plus, it's Darvish's return. I mean, like, look, everyone loves to fade him. I'm gonna go with San Diego on the money line. I think they're a good baseball team, and they had a rough weekend with LA losing this battle in the NL West. They could have gotten some games on them after the Giants just iced them out. So I think San Diego, in their team meetings probably had a look at that and they're like, all right, we got a spot here. We can, maybe show different level of class here. Maybe a playoff team, high expectations versus a team that saw a 35-mile-per-hour lob ball thrown in an MLB professional game yesterday. That's the slowest pitched ball for a home run, I think, in like history or some crazy stat like that. So the Cubs just like, I don't know what's going on, but it's just like you don't go out to the field and do that kind of stuff. I think it's unprofessional, and I'm gonna look to take advantage of it and be on the other side on San Diego.
All right. Yeah, well, I'm not taking the Cubs. I just want the over. So if the Padres want to score a whole bunch of runs, that's totally great. We'll go on to last pitch here. Nothing else in me in the other games except one of them, and that's Minnesota and Seattle. Seattle 6-4 in the last 10 against Minnesota. Archer in his last 11 starts in 9 of 11 games, he allowed 2 or less runs. He's only going around 4 innings, so he's not pitching a whole lot, but he is consistent in his pitching. Flexen started off pretty horrible to start the year. He's been slightly improving, but still he's allowed 5+ hits in his last 7 starts and 3+ runs in 4 of his last 6 starts. So I do think there is a pitching advantage here with the Twins. So I'm taking them on the first 5 money line. I got that at +100. I look for the Twins to be leading after 5 innings here against Seattle. Kansas City, San Francisco. I don't have anything. Basically, these teams faced each other 4 times in 2017. Kansas City went 3-1. Before that, obviously the 2014 World Series. So they haven't really faced each other a lot. Arizona is actually 7-3 in their last 10 games against Cincinnati, but I had no interest in betting that one. And the White Sox, Detroit, Lance Lynn making his debut. I have no idea what I'm going to get from him there, so I won't be betting anything in that one. Bryant, last pitch. What do you think in any of the 5 games we didn't go over?
Yeah, I like the Astros. Team total over 4.5 tonight against Taylor Hearn. I just think that they're gonna wreck him. He's a lefty. We know how they will. Yes, Cubano, you're correct. I do agree. I'm just playing. I don't know if he'll finish with 66. That's a lot, but I definitely think he can crack 50, 55. I think that is a very attainable statistic. But anyway, I also have the Reds D-backs over 8.5 at -105. We got Mike Minor and Merrill Kelly on the bump. in the big oven in the desert, and I feel like I'm missing something here because like there's no reason why 8.5 should be the number with the way the Reds been hitting and the fact that the D-backs pitching sucks. Merrill Kelly has allowed the most hits in the entire major league, um, so amongst starting pitchers. So I'm confused there, but I'm gonna be a sucker and I'm gonna take the bait, and I'm gonna take the over 8.5 there at -105. As I said before, I like the Giants a lot tonight. Um, we just saw Brady Singer pitch pretty decently against the Jays. Um, I don't think that that's sustainable. He's on the road now. San Fran just swept the Los Angeles Frogers. I'm off of him, man. I said it yesterday and I meant it. That was just bad, man. Just bad. Um, and I like the Giants on the F5 run line at -0.5. And lastly, this Mariners Twins game. I think Chris Flexen and Chris Archer both get lit up. So give me the over 4.5 for the team total, or not team total, but for the F5 at -125. I think it's going to be a bullpen game. It's going to be a close game, I think, ultimately, but I think it's going to be a bullpen game because the starters both got lit up. And because of that, I think there's value on the team total overs here as well. I've got the Mariners team total over 4 at -115, and I've got the Mariners team total over 4.5 at +115. Conversely, I have the Twins team total over 4.5 at +120 as well. So I'm hoping for runs, and then lastly, I got 2 picks in the college baseball games we have today. I've got Oregon State winning, and I've got Stanford winning as well. So those are my plays for the day.
All right, perfect. Occupancy. Anything else in the world of baseball that you want to give out?
Yeah, I'll probably try to have my hand in every game with something. I mean, I'm gonna go under in the Chicago Detroit game. I know we don't know what we're getting with Lynn, but I mean Detroit's offense is what they are, and Chicago had a bit of a bit of a tough day yesterday with the injury and kind of using a bunch of Cueto stepping in, and just seems like an under type of game to me. So either comfortable with the line opened up at 8.5. So you could either go pregame or maybe you get a couple runs and then try to get like an under 10 or something like that. So that's what I like for that one. Houston, Texas. Going to ride with the Houston Astros money line. I think they get the job done. Always looking for a opportunity to fade minor. I think remember the Pittsburgh Dodgers series a couple weekends ago, and it was like the Pirates World Series. I think the Reds kind of had their World Series over the weekend a little bit with the Cardinals. They were giving a couple of their lower bullpen guys like some outings at the end of the game, so I think they put a lot of effort into that. And now they go travel into the desert, new stadium. Arizona just beat up the Phillies. I think, for parlay pieces, I'd be on the Arizona side, I think. And then the last 2 games, still getting to get the bets down. I got one more time with those being a little later start times, but I think I'm going to go over in the Kansas City game. It's looking, I know it's their best pitcher on the mound, but I think I could see some runs in that one after kind of, SF was, I don't know, just had these like slow series with the Dodgers. I mean, it's good baseball, but not a lot of runs. And then haven't gotten to the Seattle Minnesota game yet.
All right. Cubano says Blue Jays, Giants, Marlins parlay might do. I'll give you my best bet here when we finish the basketball game. My best bet is my only parlay that I did today, and I really like it a lot. So we'll get to that here really shortly. The NBA playoff game, game 5. The series is tied 2 games apiece. The Celtics +4, +150 on the money line are headed to Golden State. -4, -170 on the money line, a total of 210.5 in this one. I haven't really bet too much on basketball in the playoffs, especially this series. But so far, the series has zigzagged. So one team wins one game, the other team wins the other. Boston is actually 7-0 in the playoffs off a loss. And the last time they lost back-to-back games was March 30th. So this Celtics team knows how to bounce back. I think there's value then with them. Golden State obviously won game 4. So if it continues to zigzag, if the Celtics bounce back streak continues, then they should win this game. So I'm on Celtics +4. I'm on Celtics money line. I like them to get the upset here in Golden State. Occupancy, Celtics and Warriors. Any opinion in the basketball game tonight?
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good game to watch. I like the series to go 7. I was trying to get a price for people on what that would be, but rather than trying to pick, you get -120 for the series to go 7 tonight. So I think rather than pick a winner and a loser, look for another split. Boston either keep up that trend, as you said, Terry, or the trend to get bucked, but then Boston to come back and get one back at home. So I think the series goes 7. That's how I'd be looking to put money on it for this one.
Perfect. Brian did have to go, so he said goodbye to everybody. We'll jump right into best bets. We'll start with dog of the day, as we always do. Manny, Bryant, and myself are all on the Boston Celtics as our dog of the day. Occupancy, you're taking the Miami Marlins. That is who my dog of the day would have been had I not chosen the Celtics. So I like it. We'll go on to over under. For me, Pittsburgh, St. Louis, first 5, under 5. I know taking an under is kind of risky, but an under 5 is a great price for those two teams right now. So I like the under. Bryant is taking Seattle, Minnesota, first 5, over 4.5. And Manny is taking Boston, Golden State, under 210.5. Occupancy, it looks like you're typing yours in. What is your over/under for today?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna ride that one out with the 2 really good pitchers, Marlins, Phillies. Unless you get a blow up inning, of the games that could go, 2-0, 2-1. You'd hope, you'd expect it to be, Alcantara and Nola. So try to rock with that.
All right. Cabana says Bolts and 6. That reminds me. If you're following the Getting Wild with Terry and Friends Twitter account, I did post a poll for what everyone's prediction will be in the Stanley Cup final. So make sure to go vote in that on the Getting Wild with Terry and Friends Twitter. And we will go to best bets and best parlay pieces. For me, Miami, first 5 +0.5, parlayed with Toronto, first 5 money line is +140. That is my biggest bet of the night and my best bet, my most favorite bet. 2-game parlay there. I really like that one. Best parlay piece, Blue Jays money line. Bryant went with Atlanta and San Francisco, both on the money line, +165. His parlay piece, Cincinnati, Arizona, over 6.5. The alternate spread, alternate total. Occupancy, you are going San Diego money line, Houston money line, and Miami, Philly under 9.
Yeah, I think that could hit.
Plus 300.
I think so. I think.
All right. And then Miami Philly under 9 as your parlay piece. And Manny is taking Atlanta first 5 money line, minus 140 is his best bet, and Minnesota plus 1.5 as his parlay piece. That is the show. Best luck to everybody tonight. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the content, smash the like button. We appreciate all the support. And we'll see you again tomorrow, 4 p.m. for another episode. Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. Have a good one. Good luck tonight, guys.
Thanks.